that you're taking UFO factoids, information, and stuff that we've collected over the years, and you're addressing them from a time-traveling human standpoint other than a UFO standpoint in order to try to wrap it in another possible narrative?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, but almost the flip side of that, where I'm trying to take long-term evolutionary changes in human culture and biology and then put those in the context of UFOs. So I do bring in a couple of abduction reports and reports of close encounters, but for the most part, it's really trying to just look at what's happened to us in the past. What are the dominant trends in human evolution, both culturally and biologically, that if they extend into the future, would make us look and act like these things that are commonly referred to as extraterrestrials or aliens. And one of the biggest things that I focus on, one of the most dominant trends in hominin evolution, is an increase in brain size, what we call encephalization, a reduction in facial anatomy, both the mid and lower face, which is known as a reduced prognathic face. And if those same trends continued, as they have throughout the last 6 million years, we're likely to have bigger heads and smaller faces, and specifically more globular crania, bigger, rounder skulls. And that's a more recent trend. That's just been in the last 200,000 years. That's one of the traits that defines humans, modern humans, anatomically modern, Homo sapiens sapiens. So if those same trends continued, we would look very much like these gray aliens or these Asian or Nordic looking individuals that are so commonly described in these instances of close encounters, and especially abductions, where they get a really good look at these individuals. So to answer your question, I mostly approach it from the context of long-term changes in hominin evolution, bringing in also astrobiology, astronomy, and the physics of time travel, which obviously needs to be addressed, and then just try to paint a holistic picture of how they might be us. They might just be us in the future, coming back to study their own past in the same way that I would as a biological anthropologist if I had access to that technology.
Yeah, so part of it, as ridiculous as it sounds, is the argument I had as a kid, and that is, why do all the aliens across the galaxy on Star Trek look like people with weird foreheads?
Yeah, and not just back then, but the show The Orville. Seth, what's his name? Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, same thing. And they all speak English.
Right.
They're all very Caucasian for some reason. Sometimes they'll throw in, the token black person or Asian person, but for the most part, they're just white people speaking English.
With weird
foreheads. That's what we know. We can associate with that, but that's not what anything. I don't even say people. There wouldn't be people on other planets if they had a different gravity, different distance from their sun, different chemistry, different coding system. They're not likely to have the DNA that we have or the RNA that preceded that. They're not going to look anything like us, let alone be able to communicate with us in our own languages, be close enough to us, to be able to find us and to come here and to be slightly more advanced. Like all of those things just scream future humans.